And our severe weather team coverage continues now. Cody Alcorn has been live in Abbeville County for us this afternoon. Cody, you've been moving around to some of those different areas that seen some damage, and I know you were speaking with a homeowner who saw some property damage.
Yeah, we're going to hear from Carrie Hall in just 1 minute, but I'm going to show you her property right now. Look at this. The roof of this metal building here torn off. On the other side, you can see this section also torn off. You can see right behind that a small section of this roof torn off. What's crazy is that camper right there, there were people inside that, and they fortunately escaped here without getting hurt, but that is miraculous when I show you some more damage here. Let's spin around here. You can see the roof damage here. Shingles ripped off of this home, and then you can see debris fields out in this yard here. But check this out right now on the ground. You can see part of this fence, it is still buried in the ground right now. Look at that. That was thrown from the winds here. That's believed to be a tornado that threw that into the ground. And let's swing over here. This is where Carrie is. And look at some of this damage. This was a shed here with the tractor in it, destroyed here, but the tractor still standing. And then you can see behind that area too, that tree with twisted metal roofing around it. Let me go to Carrie Hall. She has a house full here as emergency management's been coming around checking on her. Carrie, you got lucky here, I'll tell you that. Now, you were home working. Walk us through what happened and walk us through what you were doing inside this home.
Yes, I was home working, and my son was home. He's a senior at Abbeville High School, and he was doing schoolwork here, and we saw it got really dark. The wind picked up, the rain picked up, and we ran and got in the hallway, and you could actually feel the roof of the house. It felt like it was going to come off, but luckily it didn't, and our house survived with relatively little damage compared to the property around us.
Now walk us through here. I mean, this is damage. What was you said this was actually a standing shed?
Yes, that was a full shed there with the tractor in it, and yeah, I mean, it was roof, walls, everything. And
then you have some damage over here to that building behind you with that tin metal wrapped around that tree.
Yes, that's our shop.
And then up here, you can see actually the metal around the white truck. And you have a lot of damage in the front yard. What was and then even down on the fence line, when you walked out of your house, what was your reaction?
Shock. Shock and disbelief that it was that bad outside, and we survived it just by crouching in the hallway. So it was very scary.
Now, an interesting note, we were on Stevenson Road. We're still on Stevenson Road, down where the damage was, where trees are at. There's crews out there. Your husband's actually out working on this. Tell us about that.
My husband works for Little River Electric, so I called him right after I realized the damage, and he came out. There was water shooting up out of our well pump, so he came out and shut the well pump off, and he said, I got to get back. We got outages. So he's back at work, so I'm not sure when he'll get home.
Definitely an experience you won't forget today.
Right. Definitely not.
Well, Carrie, I'm so glad you guys are all right. Now, we're just going to kind of walk up this way for a minute and show you some of this. I know we're probably short on time, but I want to give you an idea because this is the damage that we were talking about, Tori. And if we can stay on me just for a few minutes, I want to walk you through and show you why it does appear this was a tornado. Look at this damage here. You can see the debris field going all the way up the driveway, and that's a pretty good indicator here because it's twisted. And I just want to show you one thing. If we're on a 2-box, Marco's following me here. You'll see her son here, but I want to show you across the field here is why the signature is what we're seeing all across this path. You can see it right there. Kind of came through this field. You see those treetops kind of cut. And I'll tell you again, I'm not the expert here, the National Weather Service is, but I see that a lot when I've been out here on tornado coverage. So, Kendra, I know you're hearing this too, but you can tell it's coming from Highway 20 all the route down Stevenson Road. And the next spot we're going to go is on down where we're hearing, you can really see the signature there of this tornado that from everybody I'm hearing says this was a tornado. And Tori, I showed you that truck being towed a while ago.
Right.
That truck had a man in it, and emergency services here tells me if he would have been just 1 second more, we likely would have had a different story here, because he says all of a sudden driving down 20, it just went real white. He said it just went fog, and all of a sudden trees were on him, and just like that. And they said if it had just been one more minute, he might have not been able to walk out of that truck. So I did want to give an update. That man's all right, but it's certainly a day he's never going to forget on Highway 20 here in Abbeville County, or Stevenson Road.
Right. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we had no idea, Cody, so thank you for that update, and we are thankful to know that that man is okay. And Carrie, who you spoke with, she is all right, too. Just some of that property damage, which, of course, is awful, but human life, we're okay. Cody, thank you.